It's time for Recipe of the Day. Happy Friday. You made it. I made it too. Well, I hope so. Anyhow, I am pre-recording these episodes the last few days, the next few days because of my Italy trip. I know I've told you about that. So I am recording this a couple weeks before it goes live, and I will be back from Italy by the time this goes live, and hopefully I will be celebrating Friday with you as well. And I have chosen an ultimate comfort food that I love to celebrate this Friday. This is classic taco dip. If you are a child of the 80s or a preteen or teen in the 80s, you probably had this at every baby shower, backyard barbecue, and potluck. I know my mom made this quite often and took it to different parties and things. And if she didn't, if she was taking something else, somebody else took this, and I would sit down in front of it and eat. I love it so much. So, how do you make this? You're going to get out a large bowl, and to it you add 1 cup of sour cream. It can be full fat or it can be light or even non-fat. It doesn't really matter here. And then you're also adding 16 ounces of cream cheese. That's like 2 packages, and they need to be softened. It's very, very important that these be at room temperature. If you forgot and they're still in the fridge, take them out of their packaging, put them in a microwave safe bowl, and then use either the defrost function on your microwave or a 50% power level, and do it literally for like 10 seconds at a time. Once you can kind of stir it or cut it up a little bit, do that. And after a little while, it will be soft enough. What you want is, we're actually going to be going in with a hand mixer. So you want it to be soft enough that the hand mixer can handle it, you know? So you've got 1 cup of sour cream and 16 ounces of softened cream cheese. Oh, and just so you know, I am pretty sure that the 16 ounces that cream cheese is measured by is by weight, but that is still going to equal just about 2 cups of cream cheese. So if you don't have it in the containers that tell you how many ounces it is, you want to measure 2 cups of cream cheese. To that, you are adding 2 tablespoons of taco seasoning. Now that is going to be the amount in a packet. If you have a packet of taco seasoning, or if you have like a container and you're measuring it, then 2 tablespoons. If you're making your own, I have a link to a taco seasoning recipe that's fantastic, and it gives you the amount for making like a full batch, like a half cup, but it also gives you the amount to do exactly the 2 tablespoons that you need for this recipe. So that's going to be perfect. If you cannot be bothered, just go ahead and add a tablespoon of chili powder, and then a teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of onion powder, and salt to taste. That's going to work for you. Okay, so then you start mixing that a bit with like a spatula just to kind of break it up and get it in there, and then go in with a hand mixer, and you are mixing until it's smooth. You're going to need to scrape the sides of the bowl down because it kind of goes up along the sides and you want it evenly mixed. So you need to get that stuff down into the middle, hand mixer some more. Then my mom always served this in a pie plate, so I serve it in a glass pie plate too. And so you're going to use your spatula to transfer that mixture to the pie plate and spread it out evenly. Then top that with 1 cup of shredded cheese. I've told you before, when I was growing up, when we did taco night, we usually were using shredded cheddar cheese. I'm not sure why. And so that is what I use here. But if that sounds weird to you, you can use the Mexican blend cheese, or you can use Colby Jack, whatever you want. You want 1 cup there, sprinkled all over it evenly, and then top that with 2 cups of shredded iceberg lettuce, or you could do romaine lettuce, also like shredded, so like finely sliced, right? That's going to be about 1/4 of a head of iceberg lettuce if you want to know how much you need. So that gets sprinkled on top of the cheese. Then 1 large tomato chopped, sprinkled on there, 1/4 cup of sliced black olives, 2 green onions chopped up, and then I like to go in with another little sprinkle of cheese on top, just to let people know that there is some cheese going on in this dish, you know what I mean? And that is it. You have your dish done. Serve that with tortilla chips to dip, and it's delicious, comforting, retro, and fun. Everybody always loves it. If you've not had this before, you've got to try it. I will put the link to this recipe in the show notes for this podcast episode, or you can head to cookthestory.com/ROTD and get it there, or find it in our Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/recipeotd. And hey, just a quick note. I'm on a recording hiatus right now, so for the next little while, I'm replaying episodes from the archives, including recording this one. If you heard me mention a holiday, a season, or something going on in my life that seemed a bit off, that's why. Thanks so much for listening, and I hope you're enjoying these older episodes. I am Christine Pittman from cookthestory.com, thecookful.com, cookfor2.us, and from this podcast, Recipe of the Day. I hope you have a great day. Let's get cooking.